Hello and welcome back to Tarot from the Crypt. I am known as God Sage. Today is Wednesday, July 29th, 2020. And we're going to go ahead and get into the air signs and start it off with a Gemini read. See how you guys out there doing. See what you Geminis are dealing with. See what might be dealing with you. And just overall get a nice general check-in for how you guys will be ending off this July month. I will be back at the beginning of August for a month read for all signs, but we're going to go ahead and just try to take care of all signs and finish off the month. I am a Libra. My sun is in Libra. My moon is in Gemini. Also, my Lilith is in Gemini. So, just aspects to keep in mind. A template for you to try to consider when you're looking at reads. That, I have 9 zodiac signs on my birth chart. I don't know if that's typical or if that's average, but, in a lot of ways, we could be the cross watcher on a particular sign. So we're going to start off with the Wood Tarot deck. Take a 3-card pull and see how the reading starts. For the first card, Gemini, we have the 6 of Bows in reversed. Your second card, the 7 of Bows upright. And your last card, 16, the Blasted Oak. And if I'm correct, that should be the Tower. Well, right off top, Gemini, you have some very powerful energy. You have some very powerful messages coming through with the 6 of Wands, the 6 of Bows here. You guys are dealing with clearance, wands, and creativity. You guys are maybe having a cluttered mind as to how you can come about this abundance. With 6s here, you're already on the path. This 6 here shows a campfire in the middle of the forest with 6 wands pointing to the fire. Not necessarily to burn themselves or to provide fuel for the fire, but maybe to burn themselves as in being lit. But the 6 of Bows here is about abundance in the heart of the forest. Coming off the chaotic energy of the 5s with the 6s here, you guys made a decision about some type of abundance. You guys made a decision about the harvest because the 10, the end of the cycle, the end of the process is definitely coming. With you guys having the 6 of Bows here in reverse, the 7 of Bows here upright, a card about clearance coming out of the forest and leaving behind that fire back there. You see, you still have your 6 bows that were laid down at the campfire here. What you do have also is another bow, which is an actual bow for an arrow that you've crafted also with one of your wands, and an axe there as well. Sevens are about working on that choice you made for the 6s, based on that instability prior, based on that chaoticness, based on the hustle and bustle of all the options, coming and leaving you as you ascertain what you want. But The Seven of Bowls here, the Seven of Wands show that yes, we are on track, we are on pace. But it is good to keep a note that the Ten of Wands actually shows a figure with all his wands on his back as he labors up a hill or a mountain to get to the destination. So the Ten of Wands is about not necessarily the end being already abundant and you reaping the spoil, so to say, like the Ten of Cups. But the Ten of Wands, it notes that, hey, you're almost there. Something is weighing you down, but you are carrying that weight and you are headed to that finish line. It just asks you to, to be careful, to go about what you're doing with a lot of thought, not to physically exhaust yourself on the way to manifesting this creation. If it's not completely manifested into the world, into a physical form, I'm not reading any pentacles here yet, but the Tower is very much a Earth realm card. The Tower is about the destruction of something happening for change to come about, and it's not as imminent change as the Death card, but it's a very powerful change, more powerful than tens indicate in the tarot. But yes, the third card pulled here was the Blasted Oak. We have a gentleman here falling from a tree with his feet around his ankles where he was bound. It seems. It looks like the rope or the shackles or whatever was keeping him bound was burnt in the lightning strike as he was freed from the tree. Maybe in a hangman position. But the Blasted Oak, the Tower card, just speaks about the destruction of something else, maybe in a climatic, maybe even if it's short-lived, like a powerful lightning strike, but it talks about an event coming to bring about change and to basically just shift things up for you a little bit here, Gemini. But to reflect back upon this read, it's a very beautiful message. It's a very powerful affirmation, and it's a very thoughtful and kind of comforting warning, because this is the kind of warning that you would expect or want to be at the end of this kind of cycle, that all of this will bring about some change. In this upright position, this change will be positive for you. This change will affect you in a way that will bring about some type of joy or happiness, after you've acclimated to maybe the pain or just the change of the situation or of the scenarios. But next we're going to go to the animal spirit deck, spirit animal deck, and pull 3 cards and see what kind of relevance we can add to what you guys have been given here so far. We have the Lamb, the Owl. We have here the Lamb, an Earth card. Here the Owl, an air card, and the Octopus, a water card. If you guys don't mind, I'm gonna interrupt your reading here, show you my little friend that I've painted, Mr. Octopus. So Gemini, what are you getting? What are you wrestling with? What do you have a hold of? What are you dealing with deep down in the depths of those waters of intuition and emotion? But the lamb came up earlier today in the reading. Actually, just gonna go back to the lamb. Oh, I'm sorry, that was the deer that came up. Yeah, I know that was something that felt a little new about the lamb. But the lamb, excuse me, when in balance, is about being peaceful, prophetic, and patient. It's about knowingness and inner peace. So, is there some knowingness and inner peace that this reverse is asking you to make clearance for in order to harvest this abundance that comes after the change? It could very well be possible. You know, the lamb is also the bearer of an important message. It can only be heard when a deep level of quiet has been established. Almost like a deep level, like the deep of night with the owl, or in the deep pressures of the darkness of the ocean. Let's name the zones. I don't know how to get to the zone that the octopus is in from the Nemo song, but let's name the zones of the sea, Mr. Octopus, because you kind of, well, I don't know if octopuses can go to the depths that squids can go to, but, you know, it's still in a very adept predator for its environment. Very intelligent and very capable. Super escape artist. And believe your octopus was in reverse. But here in the middle here with the seven of bowls and clearance, we have the owl. A very wise creature. You know, a very, I don't want to call it a visionary creature, but a creature of great sight, even in the night, especially in the night. You know, it swoops down on its prey with softness. It flies with minimal disturbance. It is majestic and revered in a lot of ways. But in the upright position here, your owl is about abundance, clairvoyance, and treasures. And here we have abundance here. We're just further expounding upon accessing the abundance of your life that's promised to you, accessing the abundance of your life that's available to you from being alive and being able to make choices and decisions and being able to bring about some form of change or differentiation, you know, bringing some form of it about that may be more tailored to your existence, because existence itself is already going to bring that change about. That's the nature of riding the wave. You know, it's taking advantage of the processes that you're naturally going to have to go through, and the ones that if you don't ride with, if you try to ride against, will grind you down to dust. But to seek clarification on the last card here, the octopus, I'm going to head here to the water, spirit animals. And the octopus, when out of balance, we're needy, we're clingy, we lack courage. The octopus is about reaching this end, reaching what you need to bring about the abundance, It's about lacking boundaries. You know, because boundaries are not a thing for the octopus. If there's a crack, it's going to squeeze through it. It's about direction as well. A very, I want to call it forward direction, because the octopus almost seems like the chill animal of the tide pool. Like, yeah, I'm so capable that, hey, MF for it shows, you know. Watch how I go about from this water to this land with practically no bones. And I'm out here all muscle, baby, making it work. But the octopus is wonderfully perceptive. You know, it's a well-intended but messy relationships. I didn't want to say entangled. You can see all the tentacles in the word entanglement already popped up. But if there's anyone to get entangled, best believe it's the octopus. The octopus is at play when it's in balance. And when it's not, it feels drained. You know, it feels uneasy. So, what's sucking the life out of you guys out there, Gemini? You guys are air signs. You suck the air out of an air sign. Like, somebody is really getting at the core of what irks you. At the core of what dissatisfies you. But we're gonna go to the crypt deck for a final card of clarification. We ask for a final hint of hope and direction, because a lot of your cards here are about direction and not the direction itself, but your relationship to claiming a direction as your own. But to pull from the crypt deck, the last card here is the Eight of Wands in reverse. See, we have 6, 7, then comes up 8, more direct progression, and the bows, as I was saying, in the more traditional tarot deck, it's actually the wands. So air signs, we go 6 of Wands reversed, 7 of Wands upright, 8 of Wands reversed. And the 8 of Wands are being about communication, and communication coming fast, communication being lively, communication being full of energy and information. These 8s are about reflecting on the work that you've done in the 7s. Like in the 7, you reflect on what has happened in the 5s to look at the stability that can come with the 6s, to say, this grants me the opportunity to make this decision. And this 8 of Wands here, it might be saying there may be some information coming in about this tower moment, about this decision going on here, that may not be particularly too tasteful. You know, it might leave a whatever disdain for taste you have, whether it's sour or too sweet or too spicy. It might perturb your taste buds in a way. It makes you frown up. But there is a message coming. There is information coming. There is some type of information that will be making itself prevalent for you here pretty soon. This is the end of the month read. Maybe you're dealing with something this month, and as the month closes, you're like, when is this going to end? When am I going to get more information to know what the hell is actually happening, or what has happened? When am I going to get what I need to work on my closure? And how deep in myself do I have to go to know and find this information? And it might be requiring you to be a little more docile than you'd like to be, a little more softer than you'd like to be handling this situation. But as always, I wish you guys peace and love. And Gemini, when you find out what's going on, hit me up in the comments. Let me know. Send me an email. Let me know what's going on with you guys. As always, much love. Enjoying happiness from the tarot of the crypt. This is Lotus God Sage saying goodbye.